Another important question to ask is, why do we need ethics at all? Well, simply because it really allows us to live in harmony and cooperation with other people. When people are ethical, it's really possible to trust each other up to a point, to build communities and organizations that are capable of achieving things that people on their own are simply not capable of doing. Without ethics, we'd be unable to trust each other and form these cooperative communities of interest. Long-term relationships would also be difficult, if not impossible. We could not have the economies that now exist in the world, where wealth and a high standard of living are enjoyed by most. So life without ethics would be nasty, short, and brutish. So it takes us to the next question of, well, what are the levels of ethics? Well, we have three levels: personal, organizational, and system ethics. Personal ethics, these guide how you live, what you do, and how you interact with others. Personal ethics help you to develop a sense of personal responsibility by making you think both before and after you take action. It considers how your behaviour impacts on others. And as a rational being with free will, you choose how you behave on a day-to-day basis in full awareness of the consequences of your actions. Next is organisational ethics. This is an aspect of organisational culture. It's how the organisation behaves and how it interacts with people. This level of ethics has explicit and implicit components. The explicit is clearly stated by management. It's written down and understood to be correct, in inverted commas. The implicit is not written down, but it's nonetheless understood to be the right way that things are done. And as with personal ethics, this middle level should cultivate a sense of responsibility for how the organisation's actions are impacting on the world. And the top level, system ethics, well, that's concerned with how the overall economic and social system behave, how it interacts with people and people with it. Ethics at this system level is codified into laws and codes of acceptable conduct. There are cultural practices that, by consensus, are widely understood and practiced. And as with the previous two levels, systems ethics cultivates a sense of responsibility for how the system impacts on the world in general. So it tries to create a system that best serves the interests of the greatest number of people. And as a citizen, you have the right to vote and have your voice heard within that system's ethics. Next, we'll consider values and ethics.